What's up, guys? We are back with another Rust What's Coming, and first off, we're going to start out with some finished artwork of the military tunnels, and honestly, with the finished artwork, it looks like a completely different place. That tunnel vibe, that dark and the cracked cement and everything, with a little bit of light poking through here and there, definitely looks amazing. We've got a second screenshot right here, and it's one of those last kind of dungeons that just hasn't really been touched, and it looks great. It's definitely something I'm looking forward to. We should be seeing these changes with the next forced wipe in September. Lastly, right here, this is actually a abandoned mineshaft, and it isn't part of the military tunnels. This is something else they want to add to kind of connect into the world, have areas that are underneath, and they want to branch it off and make it one of the biggest rad towns there is, or explorable areas. So that's something I'm actually pretty excited to see. It's definitely a cool idea. Then we're brought again here with the Lighthouse, and this is the finished version of it. Definitely looks a lot better. It looks like a steep climb to get up there, actually, so I'm wondering if there's going to be any that are attached to land, or if they all will be in the middle of a kind of like a bay for each one. Not entirely sure. But it's definitely looking really cool. And here you can kind of see a close-up of the light itself, and we've got some modeled glass in there. So the more I keep seeing glass in the game, the more I'm hoping we get to actually build with it eventually, because that is something I know a lot of people have wanted for quite some time. Moving on here, we've got the bone armor with a helmet. So the bone helmet is going to be a deer skull, and it looks really cool. Now, the deer skull item has actually existed in the Rust items for quite some time, but it's not spawnable. It's just there in the files. So I'm pretty sure from now on, deers will start well, whenever this is implemented, deers will start dropping a skull just like the wolves and people do. So that'd be cool. I'd really like to see bears and other stuff like that alongside with it. Just kind of adds to the game, gives us something else. But right here we've got that vending machine we looked at last time, and it's actually they're working on a model. They went with the one that has like the little code lock on the front for entering things, and we've got like a computer screen, you've got like cords hanging out of it. It looks pretty cool. I'm wondering how we're going to make these, if it's just going to magically pop together, or if we're going to have to find some kind of screen and use a code lock. I'd like to see a lot more examples of things where we have to use built items to make a, kind of combination item. So we'll see what they do there. Next here, we've got the new rifle in action, so I'm just going to let that one kind of speak for itself here for a second. That's absolutely beautiful. Anyways, I'm excited for that new gun. I hope you guys are. Lastly, I'm just going to say here, we've got the blueprint system implemented with the XP system. Now, these blueprints are a lot more like it was with Legacy. It was added in this yesterday's update, and basically you can make a set amount of BPs, and then those BPs can let you craft one item per. When you craft that item, it already starts with a default lower chance of researching, so trying to research the one you made to kind of get an infinite loop going isn't going to work out for you very well. Basically, you use these research papers, and then you get temporary blueprints in return. So I kind of like that. It's a lot more like Legacy, where you had a research kit and it made a set amount of things. It wasn't something permanently learned, but you could still get something if you found something cool. Like, let's say, you found a rocket launcher and you have some rockets, you can go ahead and make a couple more rocket launchers, that kind of thing. So it's a cool supplement to the system. I welcome it. They are saying there is a chance they could throw out the XP system entirely. I'm bust on that, because first of all, it's a lot of time and work just thrown away and starting at square one again, which terrifies me, because I don't want to see this game go through another phase of figuring itself out. We all want to get to that phase where they're pumping in all that content that they've been showing us over the past, like, year and a half. And it's just one of those things where if they redo it again, I'm scared we're going to sit here for another 6 months figuring out another system just to have everyone else shit on it again. And that's really... They said it's not because people are shitting on it, but that they feel like there's something missing too. But honestly, I think it is because people are shitting on it, and they got scared. And I hope they kind of stick with it because... Well, just because I just don't want to see it be done again. I say add a skill system, maybe buff this temporary research thing into it, and people will accept. Because really, it's the vocal minority of people coming up, and I'm sorry if you're one of those people, but like, if you're lazy and you don't want to gather, and all you did was go around and steal shit, like, I understand that's part of a sandbox game, but, like, someone has to do it. And those people that you're stealing from spend hours of their life getting their base together or getting their stuff, and then the fact that you can just waltz in with zero investment is kind of bullshit too. And those are the people who are crying. The server jumpers, the lazies, the leaders, the people who used to stand around and say, you do this, and you do that, and you do this, and then, you know, they held the team together, but they never worked, so their people never really liked them anyways. You know, those kind of people are the ones bitching about the XP system. It definitely needs a ton of work. Like I'm saying, they need to implement skills. They also need to give us more core features. Like, there needs to be some reward to building somehow. And there also needs to be, you know, an in-depth farmer kind of thing. And that's why I'm thinking where if they could give us skill sets, those skills could earn us XP if we specialize in it as a reward. And then that's kind of like a deeper system. So someone could take on the action of, you know, the clan hunter, and that way they still earn things through killing stuff, just not killing people. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So sound off how you feel about it down below, guys. Go ahead and leave me a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to tune in for the next one. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see when it comes out, and we will see you guys next time.